Hi, I'm Maggie, the Mentoring Coordinator for YPARD Philippines Face-to-Face Mentoring Program.
Thanks, Maggie. And we're talking at the moment about your role as mentoring coordinator. So reflecting on what you've had to do as a mentoring coordinator, what skills and qualities have you drawn on to fulfill that role?
I guess the most important is really time management. Because when I applied to be the mentoring coordinator, I also knew that I had a lot on my plate. And then coming into the role of the mentoring coordinator, I see that the role also entails lots of responsibilities, because coordinating isn't just coordinating, like communicating with the mentees, but also communicating with the mentors, communicating with the other team members of the mentoring team. And it also takes a lot of like planning, especially for the mentoring workshop orientation, which was like the kickoff of the program. So it's like it entails a lot of time. So I guess the first skill that I had to draw on was time management. And I guess for a quality that I had to draw on was being sort of flexible in terms of communicating with people. Because it's like I'm communicating with so many people, like just 10 mentees, for instance. And these people have like different schedules. Some of them are comfortable with like a phone call, some are not. You have to really find time to meet them because it's easy to talk to them that way. So I guess there's flexibility in terms of how to communicate and relate with people.
Thanks. What have you found challenging, and how have you met those challenges, and what support have you needed?
Well, time management is, I guess, very challenging for me, especially because not just in this commitment, but in my other activities, there have been like lots of changes recently. And I guess I appreciate the support I get from the team, because you have the PME team volunteering to do the other things like communicating with mentors and mentees. I also appreciate the support from Michelle and from Jim, who would like sit down and help me pin down deadlines um, and like other concrete plans so I could execute the things we want to execute.
And just so for people who are watching, you might not know, the PM&E team is the monitoring and evaluation team.
Yeah, the participatory monitoring and evaluation team. They're also YPARD Philippines members who committed to help us execute their plans for the mentoring program.
Great. Yes, and Jim is the country representative for the Philippines.
Jim is the country representative for YPARD Philippines.
Great. And the global mentoring coordinator of YPARD is Michelle, which is me. So great, awesome. What have you learnt about yourself in this role? Maybe the main one or two learnings.
I guess one is I learned that my previous way of planning things wasn't very effective, because this looks very like small, but has a great like impact on how I work. Because I used to do planning in checklists. Like I have this app, the Todoist app, if you're familiar with that. And that's how I used to plot the things I need to do. But when the workload became heavier, I figured that it wasn't very useful because I couldn't plot out like the relationships between tasks, and I couldn't, like, say for example for the mentoring program, I can just list all the tasks that need to be done, but if I don't like map them out like I used to do, like I can do in say a notebook, for example, and see the relationships between tasks. Um, it becomes more like tedious. It becomes more difficult for me to accomplish them just because they like just lists. So that's one thing. I guess I learned that I should find ways of planning that are going to work for me. It can help me like more effectively understand what I'm working on and what are the things that I could like sort of merge or delegate. Yeah. So that's one thing, planning. Um, I also learned that um, I um, I actually enjoy um, talking to people about like the things that inspire them. I realized that of the tasks that are required of the mentoring coordinator, what I most enjoy is talking to the mentees, like catching up with them and like asking them about what went well, what was the great thing that happened for the past month, and it was I guess it's something that I can capitalize on like as a professional. I guess can have I really enjoy finding more opportunities to reach out to people and just talk to them about the things that inspire them. Yeah.
Cool. Have you found a planning process that works, like a tool or yeah?
Well, not yet, but I went basic for this month. I guess I went back to just having a notebook for planning, but I'm figuring out how I can I guess make it more efficient because it's inefficient, but well for now it works. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, wow, they're beautiful learnings. And what, just to finish off, what advice do you have for other mentoring coordinators who might be, other people who might be considering stepping into a mentoring coordinator role?
Mm, well, one is to yeah, I guess reflect on how you work. I mean, just be reflexive of how you work before signing up for the role. Because I guess before I signed up for this role, I didn't think too much about my own work ethic, and I guess having that clear identity of how you work makes it easier for you to work with the other team members who also have different work ethics and who also have different preferences when it comes to doing this kind of work. Um, I also think it's important to brainstorm like a lot um, before coming in because it's essentially the work entails more than again as I already mentioned more than coordination. It entails um, program program development, something like that, which takes a lot of brainstorming. I mean, I guess it would be helpful to look at like other similar programs, other similar endeavors with young people, which we could also put in the YPARD mentoring program.
Thanks, Maggie.